you're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
And just believe, no man. And you know why I played that video here? Because I'm here, I line up a good show for now, look more from now. So tonight is just a recap of 2025. So I'm going to show the debate between Andrew Wellness and Mark Golding. If you see the people, them see the corruption steer them in them face. Because of the debate here, you see if people really just listen, the question them ask. And Andrew Wellness and theme situation, we pretending to him statutory declaration. And the whole of corruption went in there. And the whole of false promise when make. You know, this is something to play back, to show the people them. So I can't believe, say, like, you know, see corruption that's steering on a face. I want to choose corruption over righteousness. So tonight is just a recap. So I'm not going to talk much until this debate finish. Because I'm here, I work on an interesting program for Sunday evening. Saying, so I'm just play the recap here. For just make the people them see. Watch back this. This is like a reflection. For people them evaluate themselves. Like look into themselves. Because if I diss them really want, if I diss them choose 1 p.m. Like, so the video here, tonight video, is just a video for the people them evaluate their life, evaluate themselves. So, when I look upon this debate between Mark Golding and the thieving boy from 56 Cumberland Road, and looking on a life, and see the direction where your life are going on now, and the direction where the country are going on now, watch back the debate here. I want to just watch back this.
Dorothy Williams and Terry-Ann Bernard from the Caribbean Christian Center for the Deaf. Based on a previous coin toss, our first question tonight comes from Dion Jackson Miller of the RGR Group, and it will be directed to Dr. Andrew Holness.
Dr. Holness, government members have recommended taking the Auditor General off the Integrity Commission. There have been changes made by your administration to the Office of Political Ombudsman that have virtually destroyed its effectiveness as a check on the behavior of politicians. And there have been constant attacks by members of your administration on the Integrity Commission and on media and civil society groups that criticize your administration. Shouldn't Jamaicans be concerned about what appears to be a pattern by your administration of undermining oversight bodies in the public sector, civil society, and media?
There is absolutely no attempt by my administration
big up on yourself,
to undermine any oversight body.
I do not talk in name reflection Saturday. Name reflection Saturday. We just reflect on a mistake when I'm making a Jamaica. Name reflection Saturday.
Under the Office of the Electoral Commission, that's a move to strengthen and give it far more institutional framework. I myself have been very complimentary and acted in a very dignified way as it relates to the Integrity Commission.
Mr. Golding will have the opportunity to respond.
There has been a...
Hold on, Bossy. As G. Bitches would say, Andrew Holness a trick himself in front of himself. Andrew Holness in this debate a trick himself in front of himself. When I say name Reflection Saturday, you know. Somebody just want to listen, just watch back this thing and reflect upon a life. And reflect upon this blood clot drunk crow who don't allow for thief back this election. When he even can win a seat. Wanna listen. Listen with Prime Minister now, which is Mark Golding, because soon and very soon Mark Golding going to take over Jamaica government. Soon and very soon. So we just have to prepare yourself. Wanna listen about this debate and reflect in your Reflection Saturday.
A definite pattern of hostility from the Jamaica Labour Party government towards the institutions mentioned in the question, in particular the Integrity Commission, largely because it is well known that there are at least 10 members of Parliament who are under investigation for illicit enrichment, a serious corruption offence, of which the only one to be known is the one for whom a report has been completed and sent to the Parliament, which is you, Andrew. As a result of that, they have done their very best to try to neuter that critical institution, including the Prime Minister bringing that institution to court to undermine its effectiveness and indeed eliminate it entirely.
Our next question comes from Giovanni Dennis, and it goes to Mr. Mark Golding.
Mr. Golding, Keith Duncan says the PNP's proposal to increase the income tax threshold to 3.5 million is impractical and impossible to fund without new taxes. Can you explain how these planned tax breaks will work without hurting the economy?
The context in which we have decided to increase the threshold to 3.5 million is the hollowing out of the middle class in this country. Working families finding it extremely difficult to make ends meet. And we believe with the debt to GDP ratio having now, after 13 and a half years of belt tightening and austerity, having now reached the cusp of the target of 60% of GDP introduced into the fiscal rules in law under Portia Simpson Miller, this is a time, this year it's expected actually, with the readjustment of the definition and calculation of GDP, this is the year that we expect to achieve that target. That will release 2.5% to 3% of GDP of additional resources, which were not previously budgeted for in the fiscal policy paper. That is more than sufficient to pay for our entire program, including the $3.5 million increase to 3.5 million of the tax threshold, which will make our civil servants and our middle managers, and indeed most of Jamaicans who are presently suffering under the high burden of the cost of living, have money that they can spend, they can fix up their homes, extend their homes with a room, buy a car if they don't have one, pay down debt where they may be in arrears. It is necessary to preserve the country from brain drain and to keep the society intact.
Dr. Holness now has the opportunity to respond.
The hollowing out of the middle class is an act of the PNP. They totally decimated the middle class. It is the Jamaica Labour Party that introduced the increase in the non-tax threshold that recreated a middle class in Jamaica. In fact, when you look at the salary profile of PAYE contributors, you would see that their salaries have all risen. It is the Jamaica Labour Party through the compensation review that has increased salaries by over 200 billion Jamaican dollars for public sector workers. The current proposal of the PNP is unworkable.
It's now time for a question from social media. We're going to Amoy Harriot.
Thanks, Archie. Our first social media question tonight comes from Instagram. Shania in Kingston, she says, low voter turnout suppresses the effectiveness of a democratic society. Many Jamaicans refuse to vote because they believe both parties are corrupt. What would you say to the significant population of non-voters? And if elected, how will you hold politicians accountable for offenses against the people instead of protecting them?
So in this instance, the question, you have 90 seconds to answer, and we begin with Dr. Holness.
Corruption is a serious problem in our country, and corruption requires strong leadership. From my position as Prime Minister, I have taken action against any member of my political party that has been involved or accused of anything that suggests corruption. In my own case, I have been investigated for a year with an expert forensic auditor. The findings of that report have suggested no corruption. There have been no charges. Every aspect of my report, every aspect of my personal life and my personal financial details are in the public domain. I am the politician about which Jamaica knows the most. And therefore, I am the politician who can stand with the greatest moral authority to treat with any matter that is considered corrupt, as I have done in the past. And I want to give this assurance to the Jamaican people that you know me, you know about me, you can trust me, and you know that I stand against corruption.
Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond to that social media question as well. Within
Andrew, what they know about you is that you have 28 bank accounts, that you received several $1 million in cash deposits from anonymous donors in your bank account, that your companies had transactions of over $400 million, several thousand transactions between them, and that Positive Jamaica Foundation, a non-profit which you are intimately connected with, provided resources which you use for personal investments through your personal company. We have signed the Leadership Code of Conduct developed by Integrity Commission. All of our spokespersons and myself have signed. None of your people have signed it. I am committed to ensuring that all members of the executive, when we form government, will have their Integrity Commission declarations published, not just the leader of the opposition and what should happen, but hasn't happened in your case because you're not certified, the Prime Minister. So the whole question that has been asked is an excellent question. And we really need to step up our vigilance against corrupt behavior, nepotism and cronyism. The volume of scandals under this Jamaica Labour Party government is unprecedented. Over the number of ministers who have had to be removed from frontline duty, many of them parked in the naughty corner in OPM rather than being sacked. It is a disgrace to the country, and your personal situation where you're operating under a deep cloud because your Integrity Commission declarations are not certified, also is something which Jamaica cannot go forward with.
Going back to the income tax proposal, Mr. Golding, because several people have been taking issue with your numbers. The PNP's assertion that it can fund the proposal through projected revenue growth doesn't seem to take into, as well as organic revenue growth, doesn't seem to take into account increase in expenditure that's also projected, as well as low growth rates that no government in recent years has managed to overcome. Isn't it true that your numbers just don't add up?
The fiscal policy paper does project over the next 3 years some $160 billion of additional revenue. The degree to which there are accompanying expenses will depend on how we manage the expense side of the budget. There's also the fact that there are $360 billion of programs in the budget that represent the priorities of a given government at a particular point in time. When we are elected, we're not going to be elected to maintain the current trajectory that Jamaica is on. People want to see change. And most fundamentally, the issue really is the fact that we are coming to the end of the period of austerity, the period where Jamaica has been for 13 and a half years, steadfastly paying down debt. So that the debt to GDP ratio, which we inherited at 147% of GDP at the beginning of 2012, is now, in this fiscal year, projected to achieve the target of 60% of GDP. Once that happens, we no longer have to reduce debt as a priority. We just have to maintain that debt profile. That will release resources of 2.5% to 3% of GDP, which is close to $90 billion of additional resources which no longer have to be part of your primary surplus target. So we will be able to fund our program quite comfortably come April next year when the fiscal year starts.
Dr. Holness,
there is a song which says, when the rum tells you you're a big dancer. I don't know what the leader of the opposition was drinking. Firstly, the debt to GDP for this fiscal year is not projected to be 60%. It is projected to be 65% thereabouts. If the leader of the opposition is depending on growth to provide the revenues for $75 billion of expenditure, the country would have to grow between 8 and 10%, which has not done that since the 60s.
You don't hear this bomb buckler dog shit here. But when the rum tell you say he's a good dancer, when the coke tell you say he's a good liar, you just can't stop lying. When the coke tell you say he's a good liar, you say you can't stop lying. When the mad weed where smoke come in from Canada tell you say he's a good liar, you say you can't stop lying. Watch his nose. If you are sitting paste on pan wall.
Thirdly, yes, there are $300 billion of programs. What are these programs? Pharmaceuticals.
Thank you, Dr.
for the
Holness. Thank you, Dr. Holness. Our next question is from Giovanni Dennis, and it goes to Dr. Holness.
Dr. Holness, you said on February 7, 2016 in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay, within our first 100 days in government, we will start the legislative process to fix the general election date in Jamaica. It's been 3,490 days since. In your May 2016 budget debate, you further stated the country should not be distracted by protracted periods of uncertainty. Yet, that's exactly what happened with this year's election. After 2 consecutive terms in office, you have failed to deliver on this promise. Why?
Your research into this matter, and I respect the question, is incomplete. At the calling of the 2020 general elections, I explained to the public in Parliament that our government actually started work on fixed election date, and we found that it was inconsistent with our constitutional arrangements. And therefore, we did not include it in our 2020 manifesto. It is no longer a part of our platform. More to that, however, is the fact that in seeking to have all of these considerations included, we went about putting in place a constitutional reform commission that would bring all the considerations for constitutional reform under an expert review. That expert review was thwarted by the opposition. So, yes, these considerations were considered from 2016, but the reality of our constitutional arrangement made us take a different route, which is to go to a comprehensive constitutional reform.
Because he's just a liar. I'm going to say when we tell a lie, you just can't stop lying. So you lie to the people in 2016, and from that, you can't stop tell lie. Lie after lie. Look on the man's nose. Like, so, look on your nose. You're not ashamed for walking with that on your face. Jesus.
Which was frustrated by the opposition.
Over to Mr. Golding to respond.
Just before I respond, just to point out that Mr. Holness's data is not current. The Fiscal Commissioner issued a release, I think it was today actually, indicating that with the National System of Accounts being updated, GDP has been adjusted, and we're now at 62% of GDP. That's what the debt is at the end of March this year, and we will more than likely achieve 60% this fiscal year. No, please, you're not entitled to do that. The flip-flopping from the Prime Minister is manifest. They were supposed to have impeachment. There's no impeachment. Fixed election day, no fixed election day. Ring fencing the NHT, they have taken over $130 billion out of the NHT. Cannot be trusted.
Just reminding that there is a format to the debate and asking the debaters to respect the format to which they have agreed. It's now time to go to the next question, social media. Amoy Harriet, over to you.
This question comes from Janine. Parliament has passed a constitutional amendment bill and a referendum bill to transition Jamaica into a republic. Could you clarify the economic and administrative implications of this transition and how you intend to ensure that the process doesn't distract from Jamaica's economic priorities like debt reduction, investment diversification, and public services?
That question goes to Mr. Golding first and then to Dr. Holness.
In answer to the question, we can whistle and ride. So we have done very well as a nation in reducing our public debt. We ensured that the fiscal rules were very strong with an algorithm, an equation in the fiscal schedule to the Financial Administration Audit Act that determines the fiscal balance that must be hit by each year's budget, and that has ensured that successive governments have stayed on course to take it down to 60%. We can do constitutional reform, but it requires authentic consultation with the people, and there must be an effort to have bipartisan consensus on critical issues. And we have not been able to achieve that consensus yet. on the critical issue of decolonization, in particular our final court, which is now the Privy Council, the King's Court, that makes orders in the name of the King, as opposed to the regional court, which has been established, the Caribbean Court of Justice, which Jamaica helped to design, helped to fund, and which has developed over the last 20 years a reputation for independence and excellence. There are aspects of the bills that are in Parliament now that we have big problems with. In particular, the fact that effectively it will allow the Prime Minister to appoint the President, because a simple majority of both houses will do it if we do not agree who that person is. I think that is wrong. I think that the President of the country must command the trust and confidence of both sides of the political aisle, and indeed the wider public.
Dr. Holness?
To be clear, the bills before Parliament do not give the Prime Minister the ability to appoint the President. We are the party that have advanced the greatest, the process of repatriating our sovereignty. I am a Jamaican through and through, and I want to see my country's sovereignty represented by a Jamaican. It puzzles me as to why the opposition is trying to frustrate this. The opposition says we must always consult the people, yet they do not want to consult the people on a fundamental architecture of our society, our final court of appeal. They are inconsistent, they are hypocritical, flip-floppers. They were the ones who nudged, encouraged, and agreed with the government that a process should be started for the repatriation of our sovereignty. Midway the process, they have turned around to say they have challenges with it. What is it that they really want? Are you truly a Jamaican?
It's time for our next question. It is from Dion Jacks Miller, and it goes to Mr. Golding.
Mr. Golding, the PNP is promising a tax break for small businesses for the first 3 years of formally incorporating, as well as a raft of other targeted tax relief measures. How do you respond to criticisms that your tax plan reintroduces inefficiencies, tax avoidance, and corruption into the tax system that have been eliminated over the past 15 years?
First of all, I think the Prime Minister repeated innuendo or direct attack which has been leveled by his party on my nationality. And, you know, I just wanted to just make it absolutely clear that I am indeed born here as a Jamaican. Here is my birth certificate, and it shows I was born at the University Hospital on July 19th, 1965, and it's right here. I hope your camera can pick it up. And I have a copy for you, Prime Minister, right here. And I wish you could provide me with a copy of your certification, but of course you can't do so. Now, on the question of tax, there's a third schedule to the GCT Act now, which has a long list of items which are not subject to GCT that are exempt. We feel that laptops and other devices are critical tools of trade, and it is wrong to tax them, and we are going to add them to that list. And similarly, sports equipment, which is vital for social cohesion. Sports is a critical part of keeping young people away from straying down the wrong path and so on. Why are we taxing those items? The cost of living is already high. So I don't agree. The system we have already caters for items which should not be taxed. And we're simply saying we want to adjust those items to include things that should be there but are not yet there.
Dr. Holness?
The Jamaica Labour Party is the only political organization to have reduced taxes. We reduced the GCT from 16.5% to 15%. And we have done so in a way that has not compromised our revenues or the sustainability of future programs. All, and I repeat, all the tax suggestions and promises of the opposition will compromise our fiscal arrangements and place us back in debt or result in increased taxes. The best way the best way to provide social services is to identify the persons who need it.
Thank you, Dr. Holness. Our next question is from Giovanni Dennis, and it goes to Dr. Holness.
The Rio Cobre is a major water source for the St. Catherine Plains and communities in and around Spanish Town. Yet, since 2019, under your watch as Environment Minister, there have been close to a dozen chemical spills, causing fish kills and disrupting lives. You say you're a champion of the environment. Why hasn't there been tougher sanctions for the repeated breaches of environmental permits by the companies culpable?
The Jamaica Labour Party has put in very tough sanctions, including the requirement for the provision of bonds. We are the only government to have called these bonds and brought polluters to court. We have also started the process of studying the Rio Cobre to ensure that there is no discharge into the Rio Cobre. And this is something that I am personally very serious about, and we will put in legislation to end discharge into the Rio Cobre. It becomes even more important as we have now put in place the Content Rio Cobre water project, for which we are pulling 15 million gallons of water from the Rio Cobre per day. So we must protect that asset, and I give the public my sincere...
And yeah, all the government, when the fish kill at the Rio Cobre, you make the people them sign to a one-off payment. If you say they can't sue the government, you piece of dog shit.
Commitment that we will protect the Rio Cobre.
Mr. Golding?
Quickly, just to say that the JLP is not the only party to have reduced taxes. The PNP reduced the personal income tax rate from 33.3% to 25%. We reduced the GCT rate from 17.5% to 16%. There's been reductions of taxes on both sides. They plan to reduce, they say, income tax from 25 to 15, which is going to help the rich and the ministers who pay themselves 200+ % pay increases. On the environmental issue, you are the one who overturned NEPA's decision not to grant a permit for the mining of the Dry Harbour Mountains, which is a very sensitive nature reserve. You're flip-flopping again, Andrew.
Yeah, remind the dog shit to my boss. You're flip-flopping my boss.
Social media, over to Amoy
Stink
Harry.
like.
Well, Archie, Delano says many Jamaicans would like to see the full rollout of body-worn cameras on our police officers. Even more so now, given the increase in fatal police shootings. Will this be something that you prioritize should you be elected?
Mr. Golding will respond first.
First of all, I think it's very important to acknowledge and commend the excellent work done by the police force over the last year and a half in bringing the rate of violent crime, in particular murders.
And Bossy, Marky J, I know say you not honestly being this for your heart, because you know say we know say the police don't kill off the people them. So we understand this, the party of the debate. Because, but I better you talk the truth, because the police them sell out you. I better you talk the truth, my boss. Because the police them sell out democracy in Jamaica. So I better you talk the truth. Although I know say you never talk the truth, because me and you know say, you know the police them a murderer and them a kill for Andrew. We know that. But I know say you can't say that, because I understand say you can't say that, my boss. So, but I love everything good. I know say the police them a kill off for you them and Andrew on his command. But because you can't say that, because you go against whatever you stand, go against them politics.
Yeah, but I thought always come out and defend.
But you understand? But me know say you know the police them a kill off for you them. For Andrew Holness that direct the police them to go around and send people to their maker. That piece of dog shit. And see the worst thing about it? The pussy hole can't tell me when I come by the house when I live in there, you know. I have so much chat in our country. Can I believe it? The man who live on capture land. Having most bumbuckler chatting at me. Hey, me begs in a man.
In the country down from the intolerable levels where it had been under this government. More murders committed in Andrew Holness's 2 years in office than any other two-year term in the history of Jamaica. The police have finally abandoned the failed policies that we did our best to stop, the mass use of states of emergency, which the court has ruled as unconstitutional, and have gone now to a much more targeted approach, a much more strategically sound approach. Having said that, we do feel that it's very important that the public as a whole must have trust and confidence in the police, because the police rely on intelligence and information from the public.
And right now, Jamaican people have no trust in the police. Apart from a local labor right there, we're going to have the Curry Goat, a political meeting, when there's science in the Curry Goat. And them a load up on social media, make nice, you know. See like Rusty have running a bill, I don't see him again now on platform. I see the next look who are in one, Munchie. No one then I see him come out and talk out and toilet. But I just look at blood clot shit in a place for when you have the Curry Goat in a political meeting. And them come out and talk now, you know. And these set of people, you see, they don't have nothing about themselves because they embarrass themselves to the world. Even dirty shit in a plate Vegas and about him a Sue Bunty. Look on dirty Vegas for him a Sue Bunty. Even if somebody have AIDS, you look at blood clot neck with a big head over it. You know, remember one look at tired and used to put in a car in the early 2000, one look at dog and the head don't stop shake. I see in Vegas, you look at dog there. With big head and he does not stop shake on the look at neck. I take up for Andrew Holness. A thief in pussy like this. And stuff say people bad mind. And to the man bad mind, you know. They look at charity money will come in, you know. The man thief for charity money, you know. And one time he bust out. The pussy hole and take time and put it back. We never hear nothing like this. One time he bust out say blood clot dog shit. Take the charity money. To buy personal asset. You want to put it back. You want someone lick on your finger. You want somebody to tell you to stretch out your blood clot finger them and give you someone lick with a knife back pan it. Make you stretch out the power and tape and give you bare lick on your finger back. If you talk blood clot thief, you come and talk like you're somebody in an island.
And therefore, if the public feel that there's excessive use of force and there's no accountability for it, they're not going to be as cooperative as we need them to be. I think, therefore, it's in the interests of the Jamaican society and the police themselves to have the benefit of body-worn cameras, especially when they go on special operations, so there can be no question, nobody can accuse them wrongly of having used excessive force when the force was legitimate as used. And to the extent that there may occasionally be an excessive use of force, the persons are held accountable for that in accordance with the law. That's what the rule of law requires.
Dr. Holness?
The government is already in the process of procuring and acquiring body-worn cameras. Several thousands of them are under procurement and will be deployed shortly to the police force. We consider this as absolutely important in giving confidence to the public regarding the actions of the
Think it is important. Yeah, mislead Jamaica. I mislead Jamaica, you know. Because at the same dirty blow you have on in a shit bag, at the same blow you put on going to parliament, so you stand with the police killing. And you not support the body wearing camera, saying, but a camera in Churchill and in Clarendon, pick up a local Batman police friend, them a kill a local youth in our house. And I know you not come out and talk about a local toilet mouth. I know you know why Marco Rubio I come in him because he sign up to them, say he's not going to do anything they say. So if Donald Trump said, Andrew Holness open him out wide, make me shit in a head. He just go open him out, make Donald Trump shit in him out. A shit bag like them here, we make people them going to slavery. A corrupted shit bag like this on the screen, and look on him, take a picture. If you don't know what a shit bag look like, take a good picture. When you don't see this face on the TV, it represents shit bag. When a shit bag like this is the Prime Minister of your country, so corrupted, this guy will make you not go into slavery because he can't tell nobody no, because at the end of the day, this piece of shit bag will look out for himself. So because Donald Trump knows that this pussy hole is a very corrupted man, anything Donald Trump want this guy to do more do it. Whether it go there for best interest, yes or no, Him I go do with Donald Trump saying for do. This guy is very dangerous to have this guy around. This guy up on the screen. It's dangerous to have this guy around. Me see all name shit George Davis. I come out and go and talk out and name shit mouth. Like, I don't understand George Davis on that radio station though, you know. Because this come like him is not a journalist. Because there's no way somebody can criticize the Prime Minister and you feel hurt. Yeah, Andrew must say a fuck. There's no way citizens of the country are criticize the Prime Minister will come out and say you have to hold the leaders accountable. And we are do that. And name shit Jazz Davis are gonna have problem with that. Yeah, Andrew must have fuck.
Jesus. Baby.
Then what kind of feeling couldn't have to Andrew so? Him is a normal blood class citizen like we. And we attack against corruption. And him feel away. You know must have fuck with Andrew. And what kind as a freedom friendship tight? And what kind of secret they have for each other? What kind of secret blood clot name shit Jazz Davis could have for Andrew? And Andrew could have for Jazz Davis. He might work on one like blood clot radio station. And take side. Across the citizen. We are hold the government accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yeah. But the boy them.
Look at this guy. A fucking total disgrace. A disgrace seen up on the screen. That's what I'm saying name evaluation Saturday. Evaluating a life. I know if I want shit back like this, I don't want to continue. I chat out and tile it. Because everything with this man talk is shit.
Police force, and the police themselves want to have these cameras as protection for themselves.
And the police themselves want this camera. People protection for themselves. When you see them blood clot, the police say when you instruct, I go in a people's house and I tear down camera. Why if camera did have the problem when they want to be on the safer side? They won't allow people camera in their house. That means if a resident go tell lies, they do what they not do. The camera is there to prove it.
Yeah.
Me say you want somebody to take up a church out of finger and you so and slap on your finger where you use teeth. So, you know, church out of finger, boy. And the knife where you use peel banana or peel yam, you just give him some blood clot lick on your finger back. Till the name can ring out in rag for beard. Juliet have to sap him.
He was on wooden spoon back.
This wooden spoon back. Then long spoon and then use cook a party.
Oh my God.
Interestingly, however, the leader of the opposition states that the state of public emergency did not work.
It never worked.
Now, murders under the PNP increased to over 1,000 murders in 1997. And
hey, me no want you up in your mouth and chat nothing about no murder. Me no want you up in your mouth and chat nothing about no blood clot murder in Ireland. You hear, boy? Yeah, instructed blood clot police to kill off the people them. No up in your mouth and say nothing about no murder upon the island. They are blood clot terrorists. The only reason why Donald Trump not come for you yet because he's a yes man, he's a toilet for Donald Trump. Use Donald Trump walking flush toilet. That is why he not come pick up yet. So when he go near all them pasta there, when he go look at White House meet them, and then look at black cake and pasta and run the belly catch him, he just come shit in your mouth. And you come back, come belch and nationwide just come yam up it. Him and dirty Jazz Davis. I want belch it on Jamaican people. Come up on your blood clot.
remained there for over 30 years. It is the Jamaica Labour Party in 3 consecutive years that have reduced murders by 55%.
Reduce this murder. When I instruct the police and we go and blood clot kill off the people, then reduce this murder. When time you want people to think you are good, you tell the police and we stop killing. When time you want if you look like you want a thirsty for blood, you send them go make them start kill and make people start complaining say crime high in our country. Then you send them back out to start kill again. So upon the 2 angles, yeah, do the killing. So I tell them to kill people like a gunman now, and then I tell them to go back to solve the problem. When I them go and them I kill off the blood clot people them. And you're hiding at the Prime Minister office. All long things you can hide in there for. You never know see your mama did in a blood clot in a Prime Minister office, your mama breed and get you. I never know say in the Prime Minister office, your mother and your father did a court and conceive with a love blood clot Prime Minister office. So. Look on these nobody. Man look a blood clot back Joe Stella from back in the days. Man look a back Joe Stella. Man look a nobody, you know. The house that this guy they live in at 56 Cumberland Road. Anybody could have lived in it in the days there. I just see man, I just see all house and say, yo, man, go and control that, so, you know. And just live. Because I saw them house they run back in the days there. And this a look a Virginia group now, look a blood clot, all 2-room, full cook. An old blood clot, board 2-room, full cook. Now the pan stage are going like him and somebody. That hot me, you know. A boy when I come from nowhere, you know. When even humbling blood clot self, I remember where I come from, you know. I can't go on like him ban it goes spoon on him out. Pan table, Go and look at nobody, you know. Well, it is alleged him that did a domestic help of Siaga, you know. Wash Siaga underpants, then shit in it, in skid mark, in a white brief there. Be a skid mark in a Siaga like a white brief. My mother used to wash them. And so comes in the girl on Siaga. Because my mother was skid mark in a Siaga, all white brief them. And now I go on like him as somebody. Me say, I want to look at the house, man. Even me grew up better than the man, you know. But look at the blood clot folk who man grew up, you know. In a long time, old time board house, where ceiling gone up in the sky, so like church. Because some of them house, the most of that dirt and board, you know. Most of that dirt and board, you know, their house there. And most of that dirt and board. So nobody never own a house. I just, man, just go put in some window night and door and live. You must say DD in a chimney. And this boy I shit in a chimney. Me not shit in a chimney, you know. I must say I look a baby and a member. But I can't remember as a big man about me. A big man like this I come and say talk about things of DD in a chimney. A big man like this, yeah. I born use a DD in a chimney. I know I go on like him and somebody upon the people them. And he come and house when I live in there, you know. I know he kept me say, Mama P did that tell you about it. And the people them say Mama P all in feel low him cause Mama P all. Peter Phillips come again and I tell you about the blood clot even boy. He say Peter Phillips bad mind. See? And funny get the look of bad mind thing. Then it become a slogan for them, you know. And when you check it out, you know, at the liberator, the bad man is pussy them in an island. The whole of them are thief, that's why who bad man? This a boy, you know. We are people give him a big money, you know, and he's still a thief. In thief, so all charity money in thief. In thief so till he have a link in a bank. Till he can get account in a bank with no money down. Just for thief, you see in both money. And the money where they claim so they invest in a SSL. The taxpayer money where they claim so they invest in a SSL, you know. A thief and thief, you know. Between him and Christopher Tufton, you know.
Yeah. Same side go.
Me say, you know, want somebody to tell them to stretch out on a blood clot finger and use some knife, some old time knife, and go no barely pound on back. I no finger head them. Think a blood clot joke.
The states of public emergency worked. The states of public emergency were supported by the PNP when Peter Phillips was the leader of the opposition, and it reduced murders by 27%. Since we did not have the cooperation of the opposition, murders...
Oh no, carry out the murder in an island. Then heap of gun will come in at Desmond Mackenzie constituency. When you say when you don't go make the public know what is what. You know, say all now you don't come to the public. All now you don't come to me and tell you who did I carry these guns, you know, in the industrial water heater. I don't trust you and Desmond Mackenzie because they plan for hijack the election. And must soon hijack the election for true. Uno talk say uno go hijack the election. I want to hijack election for Troy and Desmond Mackenzie. When in the heat of the matter, Mark Gold not keep him meeting. Because you know import a whole per gun and no want blood. This pussy hole decides him to keep meeting. He said that till Mark Gold not keep film. When the police them say you can't get no permit now because I next meeting done so we can, you say you don't need no permit. So alright, God Almighty. Since as the God Almighty in Jamaica, Can't tell we say everything where Integrity Commission say about you are true. Since as you are God Almighty, what the information the Integrity Commission have on you, can admit it to we then. Do that and beat we. Since as you have the backative at the entire JCF and the entire JDF, come out publicly, come on one platform, any platform, go on nationwide, a matter of fact, and tell we, the taxpayer of Jamaica, say, whatever the Integrity Commission have for you, it is the truth and nothing but the truth. Do that and blood clot beat we. Since as you are God Almighty in our country, do that and beat we.
Went up. A question must be asked. Who is responsible for the increase in murders when there was a tool that could have saved lives? It is a serious question.
Now, Giovanni Dennis has indicated that he would like to ask one of his 2 follow-up questions. I believe that question will go to
Mr. Golding.
Mr. Golding.
Mr. Golding, I want to go back to the matter of your dual citizenship. It took days for you to confirm that you held dual citizenship and weeks for you to
Who's responsible?
it. Why didn't you?
If you ask me that question, I'm going to say Andrew Wellness, Darrell Vaz, Robert Montague, Horace Chang, and what the next boy that was St. Thomas' name?
I can't remember his name.
The brown red boy there.
No.
One man of run go for and show him.
I can't remember.
Where the red face boy there? The MP over St. Thomas. So him and Darrell Vaz a partner in crime. What the drunker name? I don't taxi name, I remember him.
WikiLeaks.
In the pan WikiLeaks. The corruption him and Darrell Vaz. A red boy there. A Bridget did come for, I don't remember for a program, you know. And say him have to run away from St. Thomas because of that man. So look at murder vibes that are going over that place. And I remember, he named some man there, Robert.
Robert, him name?
Can't remember. I don't remember what that boy the name. Darrell Vaz, partner in crime. That boy there. Saying, these are the people, the labor right them. Darrell Vaz saying, no. I am at one Cliff Hughes asked him, why everybody is fierce or this and that. Like you had to go to man for the party, anything want to clean up, or you deal with it. Darrell Vaz come out and said, no, people them get it wrong. Him are the best fundraiser. Robertson. That said boy, he said red face, Robertson.
Yeah, I don't remember any name. They know who we are talking.
James Robert.
James Roberts and something like that.
Yes, that brethren, James Robert. So what I'm doing is the Labour Right Party, the party with the most, you know much Labour Right MP right now. In a drugs problem right now, not councillor them.
Oh, he's an MP.
The one them will get mixed up in a drugs now.
No,
municipal.
They work at the. He's a chief financial controller for the municipal corporation.
Him then catch the drugs, smuggling. Two of them.
One girl, one boy, and one girl.
Two of them.
Yeah.
So JLP party known to smuggle drugs. So when Andrew is going to Africa talk about in support Donald Trump with drugs, bombing of drugs boat. If I saw be the case, up Andrew when say I should get bombed then. Because drugs must up there. Not Darrell Vaz, they should get bombed then. And Robert Montague and James Robert. I think so for them you should get bombed to if me just call watch now. The amount of drugs they find in Jamaica. What they do with these drugs? They never build a video so them dispose these drugs what they find, you know. What they do with all of these drugs? That's the question we start ask the government, you know. And demand answer, you know. All of these drugs, what they seize, what they do with it? Who never ask this, who never think about it yet? All of these drugs, what the Jamaican government seize and drugs money, who never ask what they do with it? We ever question the workers them? We never question the workers them, though. If you know what they do with all of these drugs with them seize, all of these illegal fund, drugs money with them seize, all of these gun with them seize, we never see them create nothing for destroy illegal gun. How is that so? If they really want to solve crime and they want to get the gun off of the street and we live in a one railway, corruption it a sell. See? And these people say them a fight crime. But whenever see them a invest in our machine to dispose of gun when them take you off the street. Eh? Why them a save up it? Eh? If they really want to get the gun off the street, when they take an illegal gun from the people them off the street, why they don't show where destroy them? There's a lot of things on have a question, you know. We never see them destroy the drugs them. When they take you, we don't know what they do with the drugs and the drugs money. You never wonder? You ever wonder that? But I like Andrew wants to come tell the Jamaican people them and the wider world, with all of the drugs we're seizing in the country, what happened to it? And we can bring up back a whole heap of photo and a whole heap of video for how long drugs are seized, the one that we know about. And we can present it to the government and say, I want you to tell me now, the drugs them from that time, the period of time until now, what to do with the drugs there?
Acknowledge the issue upfront, and why should Jamaicans believe you will be forthcoming with them on any issue, even if it's uncomfortable in the first instance?
I didn't hesitate to acknowledge dual citizenship. I was born in Jamaica. I had a British father, and I inherited British citizenship by descent from him. And that's lawful under the laws of Jamaica, and indeed parliamentarians in Jamaica are permitted to be dual nationals. I therefore didn't consider it to be something which was problematic. However, when it was raised last year and politicized, I decided I want to know what the Jamaican people felt about it, because I thought really my response ought to be driven by them. We did an internal poll. It showed that a majority thought I should renounce, and so I did. And I renounced my British citizenship in August last year.
Dr. Holness, rebuttal.
You know, this is a strange one. A man who wants to represent his country must choose his country. He doesn't need to ask anyone. You should choose. And that's why we say we choose Jamaica. It is indeed of concern that it was not until your 40s, when you were becoming a minister of government, that you sought to have a Jamaican passport. It is not your birth that makes you Jamaican. It is the choices you make for your country, including supporting a process that would make a Jamaican head of state here, including getting a Jamaican passport.
Our next question is from social media. Over to Amoy, and that question will go to Mr. Golding.
So, Mr. Tiffin boy, so that you can heat up over Jamaica. So that you know, say birth certificate ticket that make you be Jamaican. You say being born, that's what you say? Your birth certificate ticket that make you be Jamaican. So, when you got smoke hide and smoke your blood clot coke, why you not going to lick your head pan wall? Eh? When you smoke and go burn your coke and one contract fuck you, why you not going to lick up your head pan wall or light post?
On TikTok, Taj says, given the current negotiations surrounding the U.S. Keep Call Centers in America Act and its potential to impact over 50,000 Jamaican BPO workers, how does your administration plan to safeguard both employment and livelihoods for young Jamaicans if outsourcing opportunities decline?
That's a good question, and the truth is that...
This is a very good question, see? For this time. The question here, it's good for this time. I like how she asks. Saying, someone got hear what Prime Minister say, Mark Golding, then we hear when the next shit bag I say. Alright, come listen, Mark, go on.
The evolution of technology, especially the advent of artificial intelligence, is also a threat to the type of services that are provided through outsourcing. So we are going to have to ensure that we try and upskill our existing workforce so that they can be trained to do the type of tasks that technology isn't going to be as adept at dealing with as human beings. And we also have to provide other avenues for employment for young people. That's why we're going to establish the Youth Innovation Fund, which will provide grants and loans to young people to get them into business if they want to get into business. And it will enable them to pursue their talents in tech or in creative industries or any other area of endeavor so that they can express themselves, help to monetize their talent and build brand Jamaica. And so those are the types of things that need to be done. We also want to emphasize training and the role of the private sector in training. We'll be giving an incentive, a dollar-for-dollar matching of all businesses who invest in upskilling and training. We will match their investment through the HEART program to encourage them to invest further in training and upskilling the workforce so they can employ more people in higher paying jobs. Right now, too many of our people are struggling in low income jobs, low wage jobs, low tech jobs.
The same question goes to Dr. Holness.
Well, let me give you some practical and real answers instead of airy-fairy stuff. Jamaica is already positioning itself for nearshoring and friendly shoring of the recalibration of the global supply chain. And that is why we have made a massive investment in the Caymanas development and in Raintree. These are real investments that will bring production to Jamaica and jobs to Jamaica. We have already started to ensure that over 120,000 Jamaican youths can access training free of cost under HEART. And much of that training is in support of not just BPO, but logistics. But more than that, we saw the change in technology coming and the impact it will have. And that is why we have invested in a coding and technology academy, the Amber Heart Academy, where hundreds of Jamaican youth are trained in not just the basics, but as high up as data science. Because what we want to create in our society are the trained skills that can attract the jobs that we are already negotiating.
That means majority of the Jamaican people, you not think about them. Because the majority of Jamaican people, them not qualify for do that job there. That means you not think about them. You only think about the people that want left college, high school. You not think about the regular people, them, you know.
He doesn't think
none at all, you know.
Even if
the man not plan for the regular people, them, you know. And it's the biggest thing about this, are the regular blood clot that shit them up on TikTok and make nice, you know. They look at regular people, them, you know, live nowhere, you know. And them on social media make nice, you know. And this guy not have no plan for them, you know. None at all, you know. But it's true, they're stupid and nonsense. They don't listen when they talk and say, but they not talk for we.
Exactly.
Because we can't do coding.
Exactly.
Eh? Them with them on social media and make nice, you know. They should have sense to say, but none of we Prime Minister talk about. None of the for we. Because there's no, we don't even know what is fucking coding. We even can't send a good text message. We just go to coding. Some of them even use phone. Or the phone they use, it even can't go up on internet. I just call alone, they can't make. And them put on credit, them have to make somebody put on a credit for them. You know, if they get a text message, them have to wait till they see somebody. Well, I like me to get one thing, but which way you find text message? And that means they not cater for them, the people, they're not a blood clot.
You remember one time he came out and he said, I'm going to train the seniors them in 2023?
In the reflection Saturday, you know. We'll continue to listen.
For you have a government that understands the changing global dynamics.
Thank you, Dr.
and putting
Holness.
in place measures to take advantage.
We now ask Dion Jackson Miller to start this segment with a question for Dr. Andrew Holness.
2021, you were appointed to the Queen's Privy Council and the Ancient Advisory Body, and your administration's recent attempt at constitutional reform would have seen the removal of the British monarch from Jamaica's Parliament and Executive in Phase 1, but not from our judiciary. Opposition or no opposition, referendum or not, can you tell us your position, whether you support the removal of the Privy Council as Jamaica's final court, and if so, when?
My position is that Jamaica should have its own local court as its final appellate court.
I'm sorry to say that it's corrupt thieving boy. Jamaica can't have its final court when you are around. You see the DPP, she not corruption, you know. Me see one little thing come out to the DPP when she should have, how do again, something come out today. Where the DPP, and that must have to do something, I should not do it. Pretending to, you know, tell me something today.
I can't remember which one so much.
You know, tell me something about the DPP today, but the DPP.
Oh, it was about Jolian Silveira.
Yeah, what did you say about she?
I think, I go again, I forgot go look. What she do was, I try to remember. What she do? Yeah, the reason why they don't make it public is because it a fair choice. She chose the DPP. A fair choice. That's why the journalists and nobody not allowing her to vote. As she made the decision. So Observer put it
the
out.
The Julian Silveira case we are going now. And they look a long think about so could DPP, you know. As she make it private now because
DPP Claudia.
Juliet, it is alleged Juliet get called to the stand. It is alleged Juliet Wallace get called to the stand. And then like the DPP side say Juliet will get called to the stand. And she said the only way we can make this not get out, you know, we have to just make the thing private, you know. How can we have these dog shit at public servant? Fairness self in a corruption and them a keep your secret from we. You know, so we forgot the parliament and just go give them some blood clot lick and run them out of the parliament and say if they want to keep secret garden yard with that. No blood clot dirty dog shit public servant. No for find themselves in a corruption and the job. I want God caught in a secret. We feel just get mad and go beat. We just get mad and go beat them.
And then Andrew Wallace want the last appellate court to be in Kingston.
He want the final court for the in Jamaica.
In Jamaica. Is he crazy?
Andrew, why you not gonna look some shit near and go drunk to? Why you just gonna look some shit near and go? Why you not just blood clot go? You know, sister when I like your pussy or teeth. And go try win one seat. Why you not go try win a blood clot seat? What is bumbo clot? Parasite in our blood clot life, man. You know, say it's a parasite in our life, brother. Yeah, me shit Charles Davis or so could refuse I want to tell you. But me I tell you, it's a parasite in our life, brother. And because Donald Trump can shit in your mouth, he not ready if you can take your 3 o'clock in a before day. He use nothing but a toilet with Donald Trump. When I say United States, you just a toilet, blood clot, humanoid fucking toilet for Donald Trump. When you name up and you look up pizza them and pasta them, and egg pasta and you get running in the bed and just come shit in your mouth. You have to just leave and go, brother. Before you make Jamaica get out of hand. With you around and be a destruction, you don't see it. With you, why you not go drink some Glamazone? Or some Lanate or something. Why you not go do something like that? And go take some overdose and go sleep and wake up. You know, this is a problem in our life.
But I also do respect the Caribbean Court of Justice, of which we are a part of its original jurisdiction. I will say, however, that on a matter as important as this, that forms the architecture of our nation, the people must be consulted. And that is why I put in place a process that would begin these consultations.
Me soon go down one part where I want to treat the Jamaican people not something similar like what I do in the election. I don't want a ceremonial president. I don't want an executive president where the people them can choose. So I don't want go around and treat the people them. We get a ceremonial president and I run Jamaicans as the wholeness family. See? But I'm going to tell you this. We are going to make sure, say, for that to not try, to hijack Jamaica, we're going to make Jamaica break out in a war. Because this a boy up on the screen can never sit over Jamaica in a republic. If I saw be the case, Jamaica have to start over. You have to start. If I saw be the case, at that time we are going to have the real reset. Because we will never allow this guy to sit over Jamaica, a Republic Jamaica. It will never happen. Not in this time, nor in next life or the other life from the next life. It will never happen. Andrew Holness will never be president in Jamaica. I don't care who the back of him. Because I know who back of him call the shots. And we call the shots. The people of the country. So I don't care who we have back of him. And when they reach to the nitty-gritty, these look shit in a plate labor right and just shut them out. Or then get their tongue tie up. Tie their tongue upon their teeth. I throw crazy glue in their mouth that's their tongue can't move. We talk. Because we will never have a Republic Jamaica with Andrew Holness. So all will lick their mouth and I hope for that day come. Uno will never see a day like that come. Because it will never happen. I will never allow it to happen. So if so could Glassford Brown and they look a Brockback Governor General, they look a accomplice, because Governor General is accomplice, you know. When they read that boy, the Governor General figure prison, you know, and pussy hole, you know. The Governor General is a dog shit. The Governor General of Jamaica is a dog shit. Brawling, dog shit. Big of a dog shit. The Governor General keep a swearing ceremony. Few pussy hole thief who not even winning a problem with his seat. Who under investigation by the Integrity Commission when case was referred to him friend over FID. The Governor dog shit Governor General keep swearing sermon if you want a man who want an investigation. I never like the Governor General for a man, but is that all of him take a chip off. So him is just a blood clot puppet. Now the Governor General work for me and for many more like me. Him no make much to it. But see the big fisher, the criminal, we suck with George Davis and name shit Cliff Hughes. We done a river, a champion. Cliff Hughes. But I tell you dirty, stink dirty, sour Cliff Hughes. We are going to want with tax money for your that jankro. We are going to want with tax money for your dog shit. We need with tax money for your dog shit. You can't depend on the ear and chat so much blood clot like and who with tax. Because name out your mom and pay your tax, batty man. You can never depend on social media tax, so brawling, and how much money in a tax. Dirty stink, dirty Cliff Hughes. Come pay up your blood clot debt. He's a fucking disgrace. Look upon dirty junker Cliff Hughes. How much blood clot money. And they on social media chat for just a dog shit. Come pay up your blood clot debt, batty boy. You think you're nobody in a social media world, or in a journalist world, or in a media? Cliff Hughes are not nobody junker. You owe money you can't pay with. Cliff Hughes you don't a nationwide, they are junker. You owe with tax money and can't pay with dog shit. You're not nobody in a space, brother. You come like dog shit and that Timberland boot crack. You come like dog shit to force yourself going a crack on a Timberland boat. You don't know nobody Cliff Hughes. Jazz Davis running away from CV. Me a junker, you don't know nobody either. Only just a set of blood clot dog shit for just a dog shit up on the screen. Only don't have nothing about on yourself. Only is a disgrace. Only is a disgrace. Sensible people outside listen, no? They have no as disgrace. Man, I don't feel like say people recognize as nobody outside of Jamaica. People outside of Jamaica have nationwide and the entire nationwide through as dog shit. I don't think people recognize, you know? The only reason why you say you don't have people look at people come listen to you know, I just to prove to themselves so you know dog shit for true with the way on a broadcast. You don't know nobody on the island Cliff Hughes. Uno is nobody just like the bridging up on the screen. Him and nobody. In thief charity money the bridging up on the screen. Yeah. Him and nobody in thief charity money. That bridging up on the screen. Create charity for help people in our constituency. And when the money come in thief, a dog shit. See your wife going to India by Obia. Show me here say she get called up and stand with you. She fly going to India. Go make the monkey fuck her.
No, allege.
Me I say what me feel for say. She run Ghana India go and back shot for your monkey. Go and back it up for your monkey. Can you want to get to your fight case? Because she just a dog shit go over India, you know, and go work ritual. And he allow him for thief for election. But he don't know say good always conquer evil, you know. The other man never tell him say the only reason why you go back in a power now, you know, I just say put yourself in a more problem, you know. The other man never see that for tell him, you know. I never know. And see, size 13 borrow how much money off of Silvera land. Melissa Silvera land. That is why she get called upon the stand. Because Melissa Silvera dead in her bed. And when them broadcast she dead in her bed. And then couple minutes after, couple months after, they see a gunshot she get.
In her something.
Eh? They see a gunshot she get half a whole heap of months after that. Jamaica is not a real place. Jamaica run by one mafia gang. Because they want Melissa Silvera land. They might try send the husband to prison.
I need him upon the land.
Size 13 have Melissa Silvera land in a fear name now. I want to send where the blood clot husband to prison.
Send it. Well, the man there prison since 2023. Blackmail the man.
Blackmail the man just because they want thief the land. But these dog shit days are number. These dog shit days are number. How long them think them are going to last? With them evilous mind and them corrupted thought. How long them think them are going to last? The Virgin, the Silvera Virgin that prison. If you want crime with size 13 and in front them orchestrate because them bad mind the woman and want the land and don't want buy. So them prefer take her life and frame the husband. Come up with one story out of the blues couple months after see a gunshot the woman get. And me case one sentence the husband because they want get it over with to get the land.
In a practical and phased basis, a process which has been thwarted by the opposition. Now, the leader of the opposition raises questions about democracy. On one hand, he does not want to consult. He wants the government to just act without consulting with the people. But then...
Hey! Unless it's a bumbuckler, drunker is a disgrace, man. The man I go say the opposition now want the government to act, to consult. The opposition want the government to act. Unless it's a Bridge want some blood clot beaten out of the parliament. Eh? Me say it near Reflection Saturday. This is the right time to evaluate on a dirty sad life and do the right thing. In name Evaluation Saturday. This name Evaluation Saturday. And ask on yourself if you don't really want a dog shit like this. We just attack on things because him in front of the camera. Attacks on a lie in front of himself. A lie to himself. Eh? When you see a man can lie to his own self, is a wicked bumbleclot man that, you know. We a man a try to convince himself to believe he want to lie, you know. You ever seen nothing like that yet, man? You a lie to your own self and a convince your own self to believe one lie where you know say a lie you tell, and a convince yourself to believe the lie where you know, already know say a lie you tell, you know. And this is a this blood clot man brain and what good. Eh? This man only come talk in front of the camera just for talk's sake. Eh? That is why I tell all sensible Jamaicans say, under no circumstances this bridging forget to offer the case with the Integrity Commission have against him. Because I'm going to tell on this blood clot, I'm going to always say it. Andrew Wallace is the only person we know under investigation. The film name of the only name will come out. And me say only the Most High God can come tell me talking about on TV say Andrew Wallace don't know nothing about the Integrity Commission man will get shot. Me say God did have to come appear in front of me and say talking about on TV and say it go, say it go. I am alone can convince me. Say Andrew Wallace don't know nothing about the bridging, the Integrity Commission bridging will get shot. Only God alone can convince me. He can't convince Uno. Say he don't know nothing about it, but he can't convince me. Because I am alone have a reason to shoot the Integrity Commission man. Him alone have a reason. There is no other reason for somebody that attack the Integrity Commission man. Andrew are the only person have a reason to attack the Integrity Commission man. Or other attack at the Integrity Commission man. Or try to scare the Integrity Commission man. If nobody dig no deep and love film case. And him alone in that position. But when I say yeah, because I him alone come out, him will know about him the thief. So and a briefcase, remember you know? Integrity Commission, the man and a bank, the man work. Seeing? So the briefcase not gonna have no money inside of it.
Obviously.
So it's not a robbery for money. It is not a robbery.
So they make it look.
It is a statement. The thief for the Integrity Commission catch up on. I send a statement to the Integrity Commission say, watch this. Don't fuck yourself here, we're dead, you know.
Exactly.
Because the government should have provided the Integrity Commission with extra security and them never. Andrew Wallace are the only person have a reason to order a shooting attack at that bridging. I am alone have a reason. Nobody else have no reason because it say we have 16 of them or 12 of them on the investigation.
That time it was
See?
6
I did 6 of them. So the other 5 wouldn't have no reason for other attack at the Integrity Commission because for them name not come out to the public
it was
yet.
just Andrew Wallace.
It was only just Andrew Wallace.
And then did I bring over
See?
the report over to Parliament.
And them did bring the report to Parliament. And in try everything. For try create another story for the day. So then send the police and go shoot one car run a nationwide. For the day have a whole lot of breaking news happen for the day. So people are talking about more than one stuff. Me say, only God, Andrew Michael Wallace, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, only God can come tell me talking on TV, say, you don't know nothing about that shooting. Whether you want to be the Prime Minister, or you want to be the Member of Parliament, or you want to be whatever minister you want to be. You could even want to be the deacon or the pastor. Only God alone can come tell me, say, you don't know nothing about that shooting at the Integrity Commission, man. What's your name? Ryan what? Ryan Evans?
Yeah, Ryan Evans.
Only God. He must appear to me talking on TV and tell me, say, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Michael Wallace, don't know nothing about this shooting. But until then, he's a prime suspect.
Remember, said the man afraid to give statement, you know.
Andrew Wallace is the #1 prime suspect in my court for that shooting. Because I'm the Prime Minister, some people afraid to talk. I'm not afraid to talk, my name talking man. I'm talking to all me see it. If it was the other way around, him would have, if I did one normal man, everybody a point finger upon him. No man say, no man, I must him. And if I did one regular man, police would go arrest him without even know nothing.
So,
if I did one other man, call it say, somebody could be one witness. Alright, call it say, I look at thing going at the village. And somebody could be a witness. And say, you know, say, Tom Brown kill Mary J. And Tom Brown know say, you know, say, Victor come be witness for me in a court. And in the evening here say, them shoot up Victor house and then get shot, but he not dead. Who you think them are come for? Eh? No, the man when go get information about.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between Andrew Wallace? Una go on like him on a blood clot, somebody that do the job of the Prime Minister. I remember I saying the love gun in the maga at school. That is why I'm gonna look up on in the encyclopedia. And me say only God alone can appear to me. And say talking on TV, you know, Andrew don't know nothing about a shooting there. But until then, me hold Andrew Wallace as a prime suspect in that shooting.
Turns around and says that we are the ones undermining democracy. The leader of the opposition must be consistent.
So who undermine democracy? You see, if the labor rights supporters they may have any sense, any at all, right? You see, they would have find out that Andrew Wallace is nothing but a dog shit. And that's the truth. Because he don't have the Prime Minister features. He is just a thief in blood clot dog shit. We are look forget which half attacks of Jamaican people. He don't have Prime Minister quality. This guy don't have Prime Minister quality. And a long time I see it I know. This guy not fit to be a Prime Minister in our country. He don't have Prime Minister. He not come off a Prime Minister table. This guy not come off a Prime Minister table. You see? This guy should not teach in a basic school. Basic school teacher. He don't have Prime Minister status. I go back to blood clot sell back juice. But to be a Prime Minister, this guy don't have Prime Minister status. And the only reason why Donald Trump not come for this pussy yet is because he might do what America say. He might do what Donald Trump say. Donald Trump say any country have a problem with them and take over Greenland, they might give them turf. Turf under their ass. And I look at things a boil up with UK and America right now. Hey, let me tell you something, you see? You see what going on in America? If we're not pre-prophecy, what we see Donald Trump do, you see? Donald Trump are going to make ICE cause an uprising in America. And the uprising is not going to start and stop for 1 month. It's going to be a big uprising in America. And the uprising there, it's going to cancel 2028 general election in America.
2028?
I went to the next election. 3 years from now? I went.
You think of this year?
No man, I want to look at the election. But the big election, them want to use, because if war break out in America, no election can call, you know. So I think say that go on, because the people them get frustrated with ICE, and it going to bring it going to bring uprising in America soon and very soon. Because a whole lot of people get hurt, and a whole lot of people get frustrated. And some people just say, yo, fuck this. We can't bother with Donald Trump and ICE. Hey, and in a different country too, uprising are going to break out. You know so see, you know? Because, let me tell you something. This new world order that I'm trying to achieve, it cannot happen without the breaking down of this old system. This old system got to go to bring the new one. But them no want to just do it, so you know. They want Uno to do it. And they want we to do it. So they want push it over the edge. So we start riot and go on with big things, and then a so comes. Hey. Boy, man, I tell you, man. We're living in a perilous time. Perilous time.
Democracy requires us to consult the people on these critical matters.
Mr. Golding?
Yes, Mr. Holness, shortly.
Him just attack, Andrew just attack to him big dirty nose, you know. The JLP party of the party would never consult the people them about nothing. He didn't even want to consult the opposition leader. He didn't even want to consult the opposition leader about nothing. If it up to Andrew alone, in Blanco, remember, you know, the people them say, are the two parties to deal with this Melissa recovery. Andrew wants to consult the people them, you know, and see what the people them views upon that, you know. Even when the people them on the social media space and say, watch this, are the two parties to do this Melissa recovery, and two of them for cut together. The people them attack, you know. Andrew turn a deaf face to that. He consult nobody.
Andrew no business with people.
So you come talk about consult like he like consult. Hey, that is why I say name a reflection. Just evaluate on yourself. And just listen and see if this one they really want. Because choosing Jamaica, you have to choose a burial spot, you know. Choosing Jamaica with Andrew, you have to choose a burial spot too. And no fun you can't bury upon the land, because you don't have no land, you have to go to a cemetery. The community cemetery. Choose Jamaica, you have to choose a funeral spot. And choosing Jamaica with Andrew Wallace, you don't have to be a wrongdoer for dead, you know. Because the police them can turn it into a wrongdoer, you know. Exactly. The police them can them know if it turn into a wrongdoer, you know. Remember, you know. Only God can come tell me, say, you know. The police them they don't have to say at them and the 4-year-old baby did a shoot out, you know. Actually it look away. That is why the police them not tell we say a shoot out them and the 4-year-old baby did have shoot out, you know. Me say, if I did be a labor right then in Jamaica, the JCF would have come out and say, I shoot them and the 4-year-old baby a shoot out. Them would have said the 4-year-old boy baby point a gun upon the soldier. Anyone did be a labor right in on the island, the police would have come out and say, I've gun the 4-year-old baby point up on the soldier and the soldier return fire. And that's because sense to look up some sensible people still left on the island and couldn't come out with that. Then come out with something different. Make a did be a labor right up on the island. Then they come out and say the 4-year-old baby back gun upon them. This is the government in around Jamaica. It's a mafia government. Michael Manley try to get them out of the island, you know. And they're still in the blood clot place. PJ do so much things to make the people them know so they can't work with this a terrorist gang. But you have a set of people in Jamaica, you see? You can catch them with food. You have some set of people in Jamaica, they just want to know so you can cook a big pot. All the mama they sell out for one plate of food. They only want to know so you can cook curry goat and you can roast cow. Is it for you can roast cow and cook curry goat and give them with rice? All the ma they sell out. Do have some labor right in Jamaica. Me say, you can throw gravy on the ground and then follow the gravy come which by the pot of cook. Just get some brown stew gravy and some curry gravy. And got some of them labor right yard gate. And just pour out it so. Then follow it like a dog come which by the pot of cook.
Before the visit of Prince William to Jamaica, became a member of the King's Privy Council. So one has to wonder how he was choosing Jamaica when he did that. Anyway, to answer the question, we want to follow the Constitution, and the Constitution has been ruled by the Privy Council as the highest court as not requiring a referendum for the decision as to whether or not the CCJ should become the final court replacing the Privy Council. And that is what we think ought to be done. No other country from the Privy Council has had a referendum to do so, and there are good reasons for that.
Our next question is from Giovanni Dennis, and it goes to Mr. Golding.
Mr. Golding, The PNP under your leadership has flip-flopped on a number of issues. For example, Julian Robinson on May 16, 2023 said the opposition takes no issue with the massive salary increase for parliamentarians. The very next day, the PNP released a statement objecting to the increase. Why should Jamaicans trust that you won't similarly make about turns on promises you are making now?
When Julian said that in Parliament, he was referring to the principle of parliamentarians getting an increase. He wasn't addressing the specifics of what was being proposed. We hadn't had a discussion around those specifics. When we looked at the details and we saw the massive increase that the Prime Minister was proposing for himself and for his ministers, we felt it was unconscionable to do that in the context where the public sector workers had just had their salary negotiations under some duress in relation to the teachers in particular, finalized, and many of them were getting 20% over 2 years.
Breaking news in Barbados. Breaking news. Then Maya Motley just announced general election for February 11. Because they want to get rid of Maya Motley, you know. They want to get rid of Maya Motley. Just like how they get rid of the St. Vincent Prime Minister, Ralph Gonzalez, some Ralph, the bridge where they come check Isaac over Portland. So like how them collude and get rid of the bridge in there. I see them, so they want to get rid of Mayor Motley right now. So, February, them general election, 11th of February. Yeah, this is a breaking news. More than a breaking news. Interesting days ahead, you know. Interesting days ahead. Interesting days ahead. May I tell you now. Interesting days ahead. But the biggest problem we have is some set of food for deal on the island. If you even look on TikTok and see what the young people them have to offer in this space. Like there's one and few conscious young people up on the space. The rest of them, I just be a shit in a plate them. Be a shit in a plate. And the amount of batty boy they in Jamaica, yo, me say if it wasn't for TikTok, I never know there's so much gay in Jamaica. When Andrew Jones come in the UK in our day, come say Jamaica is changing. I never know say Andrew Jones have a special eye for spot batty boy. Because I show TikTok, I know so much of them there in the island. But look like Andrew Jones said no. Because some of them know if they have a Batman club where him go, so he can identify them to go and talk so public about them, not come UK, go and talk about them. Because the youth them is so feminine in a Jamaica. It is unbelievable. The youth them in a Jamaica. The youth them is, yo, may I tell them, man, we in a problem to, you know. That is why they must say the birth rate cut down, you know. Because the man them get so feminine in the island, cannot even want to breed no woman again. They just want to pose with be a man. And go fuck them look body and keep it a secret. And dress up come and road like them a gallus. Eh? I don't know where Jamaica turn to, you know. Andrew mash up Jamaica, you know. Andrew batty up Jamaica, you know. And have this boy named Perry in high school, you know. One look a gay boy named Perry them have in high school, you know. And fight against Spice from going high school, you know. And then Spice a promote body and pum pum, you know. And then and pastor fight against Spice, you know. And I hear that pastor come out and fight against Perry within high school, you know. That is why I say Jamaica change. That Jamaica, I don't know this Jamaica. One if you know me, I said that new Jamaica when we see a broadcast on TV. I don't know it. Because the things that my people them okay with, one time it never did okay. The things that these people okay with now, one time it never did okay. That I never know so I said this Jamaica. I don't use to that one, I don't like it. I want back the 80s and 90s Jamaica. That Jamaica, I don't like it. I don't like that Jamaica, yeah. I prefer the 80s and 90s Jamaica. That look on New Jamaica here, I don't like it, brother. Andrew, I don't like the New Jamaica where you create, brother. It make me unbalanced. And I like for balance. Because everything is a balance. And with this New Jamaica where you create, brother, I'm unbalanced with it, brother. You understand? You know, level. When everything need a balance, brother. The whole of the youth in Jamaica turn gay and are quiet. And that is why so much disease. Because the thing with Andrew Jones and Christopher Tufton tell the people them be taking a 2020. One of the side effects, AIDS. One of the side effects for the thing with Andrew Jones and Christopher Tufton tell the people them say God make it. One of the side effects is AIDS. AIDS. And a long time them might use AIDS for delete we. But them forget say we are seed, so we always are grow. So AIDS is nothing new. Me see in the islands of Jamaica now, you have a group of people down the name Red Cross. And then say they might give flu shots. Be careful of these people. Be careful. When you go back, when you stick to on a bush remedy. When you go back and stick to a bush remedy. And be careful of these high color people. When it comes to them are going to flu shot because on own life experience, you make you know that these people don't care about you know. You have to stop the fool to these people. And use your own life experience. And say, but wait, we they are suffer. And we don't know we see the thing. And them people are not helping. But now all of a sudden they're ready to go and give flu shots. We don't want nothing from them here. They don't care about it. So how them care for give it? So they're not business for one living and are dead for hungry. They don't care if we want to be alive and not sleep out of one are dead for hungry. But them care about we health. So them care for come give flu shots. You don't see nothing wrong with that. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Them not care for no one near on the yard. Them not care for no one live somewhere. But them care for no stay alive. That's why them are come go on flu shots. You don't see nothing wrong with that. It is time to start look for phone history. Not his history or his history. Look for phone life history. Because that's how I'm going to learn, you know. Look for phone own life history. Don't stop look for the one of them telling you. And look for phone one. Because phone history can't lie to you, you know. It's a his story with them teach at school. Them can't lie about that. But it's a phone history we want to live. It can't lie. We want to analyze phone history. And see the direction we take. Because on a phone past history can't lie to you. And the way we live, we look on it. And question. And ask question. So that is why I say tonight name Evaluation Saturday. That is why I'm now play. This is a recap of 2025. If you just listen to Andrew Jones, the whole of shit when talk out of his mouth. And listen to the question when them ask him. And listen to the way him answer. And ask yourself if you don't want to go further with this guy. Listen.
That is why we had to clarify our position, because it was not in accordance with what we thought that principle demanded. Now, over time, thinking can evolve. People change their positions on issues. So, for example, we are looking at this whole question of the 3.5 salary, the $3.5 million threshold increase. And we've seen where as the debt target is achieved and resources can be released, it can be afforded. We weren't calling for 3.5 2 years ago, but we see that the need, inflation, etc., have happened. Cost of living pressures are there. Our evolution, our thinking has evolved, and we think that this is the right thing to do now, and we're committing ourselves to it. So, you know, I don't think the criticism is justified.
Thank you, Mr. Golding. Dr. Holness now has...
I have to call out that the leader of the opposition is telling lies. Julian Robertson stood in Parliament and said he supported the increase. Clear, and the tapes are there. Secondly, he calls the increase unconscionable, yet he takes it. I, Andrew Michael Holness, did not take it.
And we have proof. We have proof can show Jamaican people and the people in the diaspora say a liar tell you take your salary. We have proof can show us that you take your salary, and we have proof can show us a Mark Gold and donate some of fame salary to charity. We have proof can show that. And the end of the day, big dirty nose Andrew. Nobody never talk about no salary. And you decide say we want to treat the political class with schizophrenia. You forget that word where you make? And we get the type of government for the salary we pay them. That's what I'm saying. We get the type of governance to the salary we pay them. And it seems like we treat the government with schizophrenia. Now that was the blood clot man I said time out. So you decide to go raise a pay. But you want to make it look like I are the victim in this. Mark Golding never come ask if you raise a pay. Julian Robinson never come ask if you raise a pay. I are the government. And anybody that get a raise a pay, we welcome it. Anybody who get a raise a pay, we welcome it. Saying, when Mark Golding say, him not wrong about it, so you can't talk about Mark Golding and tell lie. You are the only fucking liar we know about. We don't know if Mark Golding is a liar. We don't know Mark Golding as a liar. But me guarantee you say you can run a survey in Jamaica and ask on local pitney, who is Andrew Honest? And them are going to say you're a thief. Me 100% sure. If you go around in the island and ask on local pitney, who is Andrew Honest? Me guarantee you say your name going to come up as thief. And if do that and beat me. So when don't these are the words, these are the them are something get me upset, bossy. Lie and thief not to come out of your mouth. You get me upset. In a real life, you get me upset. I just don't want to hear you talk about lie and thief out of your mouth because you yourself is a liar and thief. It don't feel good to me, bossy. I'm not telling you the truth, not telling you no lie. It don't feel good in my spirit to hear these type of words that come out of your mouth. Me not comfortable with that. And that's the truth. And many more people like me feel like how the way how me feel. Those are the words you must not use. Lie and thief. And you should be afraid to even mention these words out of your mouth. But because you don't have nothing about yourself, you cannot talk about lie and thief. You don't feel now if you call somebody liar and thief, you're not afraid thunder strike you.
Option was available to him as well. I chose not to take it. The leader of the opposition says, I have 28 bank accounts. That is absolutely...
True, you have 28 bank accounts you're opening up in a COVID. You have 28 bank accounts where you're hopping up in a COVID.
Not true. The report of the Integrity Commission includes accounts that are closed, accounts that are dormant, insurance accounts, and investment accounts.
Thank you.
They have weaponized
Thank you,
it.
Dr. Holness. Our next...
What do you mean about they have weaponized it? What do you mean about they have... Look at a man look disgusting on the TV screen. Talk it when I did... How a man looks so disgusting on the phone screen? Talk God Almighty truth. The man just look like a big load of dog shit on roadside. When you wake up when you rise in the early morning and come out on the gate. And a chiller on the gate, And you look at sun come over and just there go and chill a morning vibes, a look cold breeze. Where they have a little ziggy or something. And when you look around, you see one dog shit close to where you sit down and chill. Make you have to move from that spot. You never feel like that yet? You ever happen to you yet? You down the gate one early man like 6 o'clock. Just a chill like Tono. A reason in the early morning, the cold breeze, look ziggy. And just a chill a reason, Rising in the morning is a reason about life. And you find a look comfortable spot in the morning, there a reason. And when you look round, when you get comfortable and look round, is a big load of dog shit now. I couldn't have to move from the spot there. Whenever happened to me yet, I saw the brethren look on the screen. Like one time I hold a morning vibes and look, turn around and see one big load of dog shit. And make them feel that way there. And some feel when me hear them man attack, brother.
Question is from Dion Jackson Miller, and it goes to Dr. Holness.
Dr. Holness, in your 2016 manifesto, you said, quote, will make it mandatory that the appointment to sensitive posts be approved by a 2/3 majority in each House of Parliament, thereby requiring consensus between government and opposition. Now, the posts identified included the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions. Not only did you not implement this, but you disregarded the opposition's objections in the case of the recent extension, which led to a court case. Wasn't this a betrayal of the principle of bipartisanship that you had been proposing 9 years before?
Absolutely not. And indeed,
of course,
in some instances, there are parliamentary review of sensitive positions. And I want to be also very clear that the constitutional reform process that we have put in place would take into consideration all of these proposals that were made. We cannot tinker with the Constitution, doing a little thing here and a little thing there, and therefore we decided to put it in a comprehensive process, again which the opposition has thwarted. But since I have...
But the opposition, I think Mark Golding a fool. And remember, you're down there on the level of Mark Golding. Saying, you need even there on the level of Richard Curry. But you want to come size up with Mark Golding. Who the fuck you think you be? Want to look at nobody. Where Bruce Golding sorry for and let you know if you come mash up with life. You's nobody. You even can't size up with Richard Curry. You can't size up with Richard Curry. Remember, every single thing you do, Andrew, fail. Every single thing where you do fail. You's a total fail. From your band, you's a failure. You's a band failure. And just because you's a band failure, you want to make everybody life be blood clot miserable. Like feel, because your life sad and miserable, You's a total failure. So you can't size up with Mark Golding. And you can't size up with Richard Curry. You look at nobody on the island, brother. I just look at shit in a plate there right and make you feel like so you have no form of relevancy on the island. And these media houses where you pay to talk about you. You don't have no significant and value to nobody in the island.
Some time. Let me also address some other issues about the leader of the opposition. In my own Integrity Commission report published in Parliament, there were no findings of corruption.
A liar tell you now. A liar tell. Who listen to the liar?
Assets are in Jamaica. And I have declared everything to the Integrity Commission. The leader of the opposition, however, also had a report from the Contractor General previously, which found that they benefited from public resources in an irregular way. They termed it a sweetheart deal.
See, when we come with you now, I find like he can't find nothing on the Mark Golding to kind of size up with him, to take off some of the embarrassment where they pan him in front of people them in this debate, political debate. You know what I'm saying? Because him is a thief. And nobody in a referee there, so If you talk about you can't ask a question and you have big dirty foot Gillette owners if you switch off your mic, you know. So you must see if you can find something now. If you put out to the millions them. Cause them in a Dean Jackson and the people them were in at the building here, so you know. Now by what you must say, you know. And him know that. But he still put it out there because he have so look at that out here in the social media space when you want to give something for talk. So you want to make it look like Mark Golden in a corruption too. And I'm going to continue to listen some more.
Report, there is no such thing. None of my resources are ever connected to any public funds or any public resources. However, the charity money we use and buy the stocks and bonds. And one time the Integrity Commission find out about it, why you try to put it back? And then tell us it can't work like that. Eh? The charity money where you thief and through you get catch, you are try to put it back and then tell us say another way that it work. Sure. Andrew, in a real life, me not put up on practice, you know. But through it name evaluation Saturday, me I play back this for the people them who it may concern. Cause me talk on TV in a real life, brother. Me not put up on practice. In a real life, me not put up on practice. Cause me don't sit through you. You can't hide from me. So it name evaluation Saturday. So it is for who it may concern. So we will continue on this crab house. For the leader of the opposition, the report was very clear that their operations were considered to be irregular and a sweet
Thank you,
idea.
Dr. Holness. Mr. Golding has an opportunity.
Watch him face. I want to carry it back look a bit. Let me say I can carry it back look a bit.
Respond.
The Prime Minister has no interest in bipartisanship. He has strong dictatorial tendencies and really would prefer not to consult with the opposition at all if he didn't have to. And I say that based on my experience with him over the last 5 years. He talks about he didn't want to tinker with the Constitution. Then why did he seek to amend the Constitution as a one-off, tabling the bill and seeking to pass it on the same day to extend the DPP's tenure beyond what was constitutionally allowed? That was tinkering, Prime Minister, so come on. And in terms of Integrity Commission reports, my declarations have been certified every year as being proper. Yours have not, because you are under investigation for illicit enrichment.
Mr. Golding.
You see it? You see it? Mark Golding's statutory declaration has been certified every time. But for how much years now? The same look of dog shit on the screen. We want to carry down people in corruption. I talk about corruption. When they live in my house. I live by my land. Living in my house. Thief my money and build in house. And hijack my blood clot land. And can't tell me how to come by the land and that house. I phone a house too, you know, I phone a land too, you know. Say if you don't want to claim ownership of phone a business, me I claim ownership. I am a taxpayer of that country. So if he's a taxpayer, he live on your land and live in your house. That's what you talk about. If you pay tax in the island, he live on your land and he live in your house. I remember I will feed him. I will feed him. I will feed him. Then want yam for we money. Then sick, away. Then want change the toilet out of their house, away. Then want clothes, away. You want to buy some underpants, away. You want to take out size 13, away. I will send him them go to school, you know. I will buy him car. I will take care of him, you know. And Jones is our subject, you know. And we are mind him, you know. So see like how you take up our woman and mind them. And I see say them do the right thing. How the blood clot. You don't have Andrew Jones and mind him and I want to say them do the right thing. How you decide to take up a whole of Andrew Jones' responsibility. And don't want keep checking if I do the right thing. Nothing can go like that. Are we mind him? Including his wife and his side chick. Are we mind them even if you have one girl we don't know about? Are we mind the girl too? We could have buy the girl car we don't know. We could have buy the girl house we don't know. Because I will respond to him. Are we mind Andrew Holness? We mind Andrew Holness. I mind the entire family. All his mother too. And if man him father tight, every now and then, we mind him father too. What not talking about? Andrew Holness is our subject. And so long as the man have money, me have a question him doings. When you mind a woman and she misbehave, you have a question it. Because you invest your money, you spend the money to take care of your woman. So we are spending money to take care of this a tough kid man. We should have there in one of them sugar factory that chop cane. But we decide say we are going to take care of him and make him hungry with affairs. And what we get in return? He must send the gunman them to send we go meet with Jamaica. That we get in return. After we do so much of this bumble dog shit. And spit in our face. And I send the gunman them to send we go meet with Jamaica. That we do, you know. Remember, you know. When we just give him the work, you know. In head, I just want, you know, a yam tick in a Trelawney, in a yam ground. I just want to look at red yam tick. I walk up and down in an island. And people are say, boy, I'm young, you know. And in good a think like how we think so. We'll give him a try. Little did we know. Say he's a graduate from the thief in high school in Spanish Town. Little did we know. He graduate from the thief in high school in Spanish Town with Bachelor of Arts. So one time we know him, he's a fully experienced thief with couple year experience for pickpocket and broke shop and broke house. So one time when I know Andrew Holness is a full-blown thief. Full experience. Because as a man enter education department, in sticky finger and a stop thief. Thief and thief and thief. Him a real read. Gang up and do one of the biggest thieving. Then he say, alright, real read. You have to go take the fall for me, you know. I still have to give you full pay, but I'm not going to make it be known. And real read take the fall, get him full pay to save Andrew Holness' face. My viewers and subscribers, I will listen some more.
Follow-up question now. Dion Jackson has indicated she'd like to use the first of her follow-up questions.
On the same issue of the DPP's appointment, Principal Dr. Holness doesn't require constitutional amendments, though. And if it is that you were committed to the principle of bipartisanship, why would you have rejected such strongly worded opposition coming from the opposition leader?
At the end of the day, this matter was taken to the court, and the court decided, and the DPP was reinstated. I want to also clarify something that the leader of the opposition said. The investigations carried out by the Integrity Commission are at an end. I am not currently...
And that is a lie, because your case was referred to the FID. Because you now forthcome with the information them what the Integrity Commissioner asks for. So the Integrity Commission can certify a statutory declaration, so they refer the case to the FID. So when time you look at short shit in a plate there in a Dixon, a chat, you have to tell you look at shit in a plate, Prime Minister say, if you tell the truth and stop come on platform and tell lie, you have to tell the hog shit say, and still not certify. Because they refuse to give the Integrity Commission the rest of the information they want to certify in that in statutory declaration, so they have to refer the case to the FID. So, right, yes, sir. This a dog shit here, tell lie. And they look at shit in a plate labor right there and believe this.
Under any investigation. There were no findings of corruption or charges. The leader of the opposition.
Members say they look so good when name Kamika Prince. Such a name, I don't want me call her name, I don't know so the name, you know. Decides that she not in charge of. Now so you go. Now they look at that nasty worrying girl decides that she not in charge of. Remember, as she decides that she not in charge of. Because it seems to have everybody in your pocket. So because you think so you can buy your way through all of these things, that make you is not a thief. Let me tell you this dog shit, you're still a thief.
Continues to try to weaponize these things because that is the only crutch he has to stand on.
Then if he's a fucking thief, what if you talk about? Eh? If he's a fucking thief and we want to get rid of corruption, what the fuck you want him to talk about? And what you want we talk about? Eh? When you see you come now when your opposition leader come and talk about bad gas and dead baby scandal. Eh? And every time you get a chance you come and talk about FinSac. So what the fuck, who the fuck you think you be, Andrew Wallace? Who you think you be? For you be a fucking thief on the island. And we know for that, who the fuck you think you be? You think you better for we talk about you? Let me tell you this bumble hole. As long as I sit down in the Prime Minister office, he is my subject. And the office come with scrutiny. So you see, if you know we talk about your bumble hole, you left the job.
I, Andrew Holness, am thoroughly transparent.
Thank you, Dr. Holness.
Thank you, Dr.
Holness.
Why am over dirty bumbuckler thief himself about transparent? You think like to a madman down at all.
Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond.
Respond to the dog shit, Prime Minister Golding. And make the people them know the truth.
Again, Andrew Holness is being disingenuous.
Disingenuous.
The Integrity Commission referred his matters to the Financial Investigations Division, a law enforcement agency charged with investigating.
When you take a look upon him, he fuck her face. You think, hey, if I did Parliament, Judith won't stop Mark Golding fan talk. But he can't have him fan talk. And this is the truth and nothing but the truth, because Mark Golding decided the Jankro, I tell him on him face, say, we just say pussy. I lie, I tell to the people who just ask the question, and the entire Jamaica and who in the diaspora say he's nothing but a fucking thief and a liar. See Mark Golding, I tell him on your face there. This Saturday name Reflection Saturday. Say the dog shit there. Mark Golding, I tell him on him face, say he's a pussy wall thief and need to go to prison. Listen.
Investigating serious financial crimes for further investigation. What was his response? When there was a vacancy at the head of it, he sought to appoint or influence the appointment of somebody who is his close personal friend and who had...
And at that you do, appointers seem to influence to appoint Dennis Chung. You can't take it, you can't look for Mark Golding like him attack Spanish or French. You know, English in my chat. You know, sister English in my chat. We you look back like an Osego. Eh? Yeah, Dennis Chung ride bicycle a morning time. You can't look like something must have something strange. I saw you go and I saw you go.
Said publicly on nationwide radio that he didn't see anything wrong in the report on Mr. Holness's financial situation, the Integrity Commission's report. It was clearly a set-up job, and we feel that very strongly that this needs to be addressed.
Thank you, Mr. Golding. Our next question from social media. I'm going to hand over to Amoy.
Malik on Facebook says many Jamaicans feel the economic growth that's been reported hasn't lowered their grocery bills or electricity costs. How do you measure economic success beyond statistics?
Dr. Holness has the opportunity to respond first.
The first measure is income. And 280,000 jobs have been created in Jamaica, which means that more Jamaicans have income. There is a rise in income. Let's look at the minimum wage. The Jamaica Labour Party government has tripled the minimum wage. So there are more Jamaicans earning more at the lower levels of our country. Further, access to basic amenities. 350,000 Jamaicans have access to potable water, and in our next term, we will ensure that the 900,000 Jamaicans which now don't have reliable or full access to water will have access to water. Transportation, public transportation. We have done an amazing job in reducing bus fares and increasing the convenience and efficiency of public transportation, including implementing a rural bus fare system. On electricity, we have reduced the GCT on electricity, a promise made by the previous government and not kept. We have done it.
How much do I pay for electricity now? Remember after Melissa, JPS raised them light. Remember after Melissa, on the light bill gone up. Remember, and now we still get the 32,000 a week. Remember, everything where this guy has said time out is shit. On a car on the nose, because it stink. On a car on the nose, because the amount of shit that come out of this guy mouth, it stink.
In a sustainable way. But more importantly, we have not placed any new taxes on the people of Jamaica since our government has been managing.
In my mistake, a point of order, Madam Speaker, the Prime Minister is misleading the House. The Prime Minister is misleading the House. What you say, Everald Warmington? You agree? See how Everald Warmington agree in the big nose. He is misleading the House.
The fiscal affairs of this country.
Mr. Golding has an opportunity to respond.
First of all, I think the question is sound because statistics don't tell the full picture. Jamaica's competitiveness has been falling, yet they say that we have record low unemployment. Several 100,000 Jamaicans are outside the labour force and are not measured for that purpose. And indeed, you're regarded as being employed if you're employed 1 hour a week.
I remember, as Andrew Honest win the election, all of the cleaner who work at the Spanish Town Hospital lose their job. All of the cleaner who work at the Spanish Town Hospital lose their job. But Andrew Honest say, Jamaica is the 4th industrial revolution. And a lot of AI, robot job are coming in. Robot security, robot cleaner, robot this, robot that. Right after I win the election, a bag of people lose their work. And a bag of people don't stop losing their work. See how much place locked down. How much hotel worker died in yard. A bag of people are losing their work. This is choosing Jamaica. This is the 1 p.m. I remember a vampire and witchcraft worker operate them time of night there, you know. And before the morning there, you know. 1 p.m. Witchcraft them are working at 1 p.m. you know. So Andrew works on witchcraft power now. That is why in there Manchester man you look a blood clot wearing tough girl. Now before the 3 o'clock I make nicer people head and I buy up people vote.
55% of Jamaicans are suffering from food insecurity. That is what the United Nations says, the FAO, which is an agency of the UN, says. 55% of Jamaicans are not getting adequate nutrition. That is not consistent with prosperity or low poverty rates or low unemployment rates. As for transportation costs, those are extremely high for many Jamaicans, which is why we want to introduce the RIDE program, a subsidy for rural children to help them to get to school in an affordable way. It's $10,000 per child who needs it in each family. So if you have more than one child.
Wanna listen to the proposal. And the people that make Andrew Honest come buy them vote. The people that make Andrew Honest come buy them vote. With some bus Daryl Vaz get for $1. Him and Andrew Honest thief the blood clot money and carrying the bus them on the island through backdoor deal and thief taxpayer money. Andrew Honest and Daryl Vaz do that. Through backdoor deal, then carrying the local blood clot all bus them. Andrew Honest and Daryl Vaz campaign pan the all blank ugly bus them. Then campaign pan it. Me see the next look one day. The thief on the drop down. Robert Montague. Robert Montague go and film place with the in a constituency with the bus. Him and Andrew Honest, nice square. And no blood clot body no come out to them. And election night. Robert Montague celebrates and he win seat. Like he think we have blood clot that. We say one time he see losing seat in drop down. And millions in spend for the TV seat game. Millions in spend for the TV seat game. See Marlene Malawo, he don't get a position back in our parliament. Can feel and couldn't reform no constitution because we would never allow Marlene Malawo to reform the constitution. And he fail and couldn't win his seat. And just thief game, buy seat game. That is why he don't get a portfolio. Rhoda Crawford, Andrew Honest buy the seat game. In for police bridge now. We lose. For police, Steve McGregor. Steve McGregor win his seat. A thief that one day. Andrew Honest losing. Hey, Andrew Honest get the biggest defeat out of everybody. At the 3rd of September 2025. Andrew Honest get the biggest landslide beating. Andrew Honest get from Paul Buchanan, you know. Told the people them disgrace Andrew Honest. Andrew Honest have a sellout piece of Jamaica for winning election. Andrew Honest sign one bad deal with these people who help him thief election. Piece of Jamaica get fuck for them thief that you see they get Andrew Honest. Me say, when time Andrew Honest and Dirty Bigfoot Juliet Honest see the momentum and the ground. 1 month before election, Juliet maga like a dog. Juliet Honest. Allow me I tell. Me say, 1 month before, or a couple months before election, Juliet Honest maga like a dog. Juliet Honest look like somebody have AIDS. How you maga down? Because I'm afraid to them all go to prison now. Andrew Honest, in neck back shrink. Now you know start get big. And this is a bumbo clot, man, I go to prison now. He go sign one bad deal and sell off piece of Jamaica for them thief election game. With the Israel people them and the Indian people them. And Glassford Brown, I can't tell you this, you know. We don't know how we and you are going to work it out, you know. Because if you think you're not an accomplice with Andrew Honest, you make a sad mistake. Glassford Brown, we're going to hold you accountable too. So I hope you prepare that. I hope you did prepare, say, Jamaican people going to hold me accountable someday. Because Glassford Brown, we're going to hold you accountable too. So if you think say you get way, for right now, Glassford Brown, I'll leave you for later. I'll drink water and mind the business. Go back in the debate.
Each one of them would qualify for this because we recognize that that is one of the causes of absenteeism in schools at the moment. As for electricity, the rate and cost of electricity under this government has gone way higher than where we left it at 23 cents per kilowatt hour. Now it's over 40. And as for the GCT, they are providing a subsidy at the moment, but they haven't said for how long, and there's no commitment to keep
Thank
it
you,
on.
Mr. Golding. Now, this segment actually begins with a follow-up question. Giovanni Dennis has indicated that he'd like to ask one of his follow-up questions, and that goes to Dr. Andrew Holness.
Dr. Holness, on the matter of your government's hostility towards accountability institutions, in a world where journalists reporting on the conflict in Gaza are being murdered, the constant attacks on the press in Jamaica by both political parties undermine press freedom and has been reflected in Jamaica's slippage on the World Press Freedom Index. We have just seen the release of the names of journalists that both political parties objected to participating in the national debates. Why do both parties continue to undermine press freedom and put journalists in danger?
To be clear, my political party does not undermine press freedom. To be clear.
This is our next lie again, you know. This is our next lie from the pit of hell. You remember when I'm trying with Zara Burton? Remember Zara Burton winning case, you know? Zara Burton from 18 Degrees North winning case against John Crow. You never know, says Zara Burton winning case against him. If you don't know, if you don't forget that own name Zara Burton, she's the lady that say the government need to import in Andrew Holness, Harris Chang, Juliet Holness, Dalrymple, Montague for go down to Westmoreland and go clean up a dead carcass them. Whenever you them say them for importing some drunker in Westmoreland, that is Zara Burton. Did I say them need to fly Andrew Holness, they need to fly and go in Westmoreland go eat the dead carcass them. And remember, that is Zara Burton. Remember Zara Burton, them have to take off the whole thing off the TV. And how much TV station have to take back down thing when they put out against Andrew. And the press go on shooting incident that happened someplace. I don't remember if I Olaba. And the police are going to tell the bridge in a TV dress if he back up. And if he not back up, him will lock him up. And him a talk about freedom of press. Look on his nose. Look like when snail lip on wall. Whenever see snail upon earth, whenever see some good up and see some big snail upon banana tree, I saw your nose look like snail upon banana tree. Look on your nose. Like some big GMO snail. Eh?
My political party did not object. The objections came from the PNP. And it started.
Boy, this guy is hallucinating. Andrew Holness is hallucinating. And I think say Andrew Holness needs to see a psychiatrist. Andrew Holness head a get a water and he's sick. Andrew Holness sick. And the problem we have with Andrew Holness and his sickness is when time somebody fail to accept their sickness. That is Andrew Holness. And can't accept him as a madman. And can't, and that is the biggest problem we have now. Because we have one madman that instruct the police force, you know. We have one madman in a time like this when World War III is right around the corner. We have one madman and make deal with some deal where it's not good for well-being and the future of the island. And until we try to remove this, not even we remove this madman from the Prime Minister office, where life is in danger. And right now Jamaica is like a time bomb. And the longer we keep Andrew Holness in the office, the more likely the bomb will go off. So, remember, the bomb a tick. The bomb a tick. So, we are do our part. We have to do our phone part to call the bomb a tick. Jamaica is a time bomb now with Andrew Holness. And then set the timer.
Historically, it is the PNP that has been vociferous, including attacking a particular radio station. I personally have...
If you are talking about Nyamshit, Cliff Hughes, and Nationwide, Nationwide is not a radio station. That is why Nationwide get blocked from participate in the debate. Because Nationwide is not a radio station. So, true, you not get cliff views. If you come back you up. You care feeling about the PNP. Don't want the press. A fight against press. Nationwide a press. You must have press him. Where you press him with? See, I got train you well. So you Nationwide a press each other every 31st. From the poll up in the house. Oh, I must say that you want to come out and say.
I've stayed away from any negative commentary about any journalists. Journalists are important, and I support strong journalism.
You don't support strong journalism because you don't like Zara Burton. You don't like Zara Burton from 18 Degrees North, little fellow. You look at T from 56 Cumberland Road. You don't like strong journalists. That is why you still have Cliff Hughes a blackmail him with the tax money when if you pay. So you give him some leverage and tell him, say, if he work on your behalf, you write off the tax. That is why Cliff Hughes they here and mislead Jamaican people on behalf of you. But that is thing Cliff Hughes. I don't care the deal where you and Jonas want to make. But you see the taxpayer where you owe, you have to pay it, you know. You have to pay it. It no matter who, no matter the diversion you want to divert, or you want to sell Nationwide to this Indian overman and change it river. You still have, you personally still have to pay with tax money. So somebody will lend you money for pay PJ. You have to go back and look at loan from him for pay your tax bill. Because your boyfriend bail out you when PJ sue you. So go check back your boyfriend for pay the tax bill for you. When your boyfriend is on good term and now. Well, if somebody the case, you have to go friend him up, you know. Because we want with tax money. So you think about that?
Want to make that absolutely clear. In the time I have, I will rebut. I am in no way associated with the head of the FID. My understanding is that the head of the FID is a friend of the leader of the opposition.
Thank you, Dr. Holness. Mr. Golding has the opportunity to respond.
Hear the dog shit, Andrew Holness. And in closing, the head of the FID is a friend of the opposition. Eh? So, uno go tell me, you know, say, Andrew Holness sensible. And that you know want to tell me. Uno go try convince me, you know, and tell me, say, Andrew Holness have sense. One thing my grandmother tell me, you know, my grandson, you can't make fool on you fool, you know. If you make fool on you fool, you is a disgrace. I'm not going to make your dinner so enough. So make sure say you don't make fool on your fool. You know, you see hope, you see breed of food we make you. When you go a road, don't make fool on your fool. Because any day you make fool on your fool, your dinner go cut down. As I look at you, it's true, me like enough food. Me sharp on me down road, you know. So I must eat at my spot them. Because my door and my food cut down. Hey.
Press freedom is a fundamental pillar on which democracy is based, and I and my party fully support press freedom. Of course. The Prime Minister said something which was untrue. Untrue. When he said that only our side objected to some journalists. Their side also objected. In fact, we objected to 3. They objected to 4 journalists. And the matter was eventually resolved, and here we are. And the truth is that some journalists in the country are not as independent as others, are not as professional as others, and it is quite legitimate to criticize persons.
And it is obvious, Mark Golding. It is obvious to you, it is obvious to we, it is obvious to everybody. So there is a set of journalists in Jamaica. They are not independent. And in a debate like this, you need people with open mind. Independent. So because Mark Golding object to Nationwide and you look at nasty girl Emily Shield and I don't know who the next one. And I don't interested if you know who. Because for Mark Golding oppose she, that means she's not independent. But the one them and Jonas them have a problem with are the one them will ask them factual question and then don't want these people to come ask them a question so they oppose from them participate in the debate. That are the only reason why Jonas them have a problem with journalists. Because they have journalists in the country who don't take no side with nobody. And these are the journalists Jonas is afraid of. Mark Golden case is different. You have journalists who work for Jonas. So through Mark Golden don't want these mouthpieces to work for the Labour right to take part in a debate. Jonas is also having problem with journalists. But these journalists that Jonas have problem with are the one them who go ask him the question them why him know and Jamaican people them for know. But me respect Diane Miller. I think she's mutual. Sometimes she says some things I don't like, but and every time she goes to say something I don't like. But apart from that, I think that she's mutual. So she may work with. And then can buy out Zara Burton. Saying, but you have one bunch of shit bag worker nationwide. Jesus peace. I don't know so much cockroach come from in the island. You come like nationwide a bridge, be a cockroach. Be a blood clot cockroach that come out of nationwide. Be a fucking cockroach. Jesus. Stomach sick of these cockroach. Sometimes look at that one there. Look on the other screen. You're not going to see a cockroach on the other screen. See him there? Look on the other screen, the smaller screen on the ground. You're not seeing soon see him come up. I'm bridging for nationwide. You're not soon see him come up. The fat boy there. He might want to talk like girl. What's his name again, man? Jevan. Jevan his name? The one that down nationwide they look like girl. See him? You don't see him on the screen. See him up on the screen. When you don't have no neck. See man? The one when I have no neck. Yeah. I'm asked because I'm gonna ask Mark Golden the question in the press briefing. Continue. Be a cockroach nationwide breed. Be a cockroach.
Who you don't feel as living up to the standards of their profession, but we would never do anything to threaten or undermine press freedom or indeed to make any journalist feel unsafe. And if it ever happens, we'll take out whatever it needs to stop it happening.
Thank you, Mr. Golding. Our next question is from Dion Jackson Miller, and it goes to Mr. Golding.
Mr. Golding, causal.
Right. I'm going to close it here for tonight. I'm going to close it here for tonight. Can I tell you what time now? UK time. Let me tell you what time now, UK time. I'm going to close it here, so. I'm going to do some editing, you know. I'm going to get some content. I'm going to do some research. I have 3:28 Sunday morning. 3:28 Sunday morning. Yeah. 3:28 right now, my time. So, I'm going to close it here, so. But it named Reflection Saturday. So that is why you see I have to play it like this. And I'm going to close out with one of my favorite songs. So, Love and Light. Big up everybody who come all over. Beverly, me see, you know. Big up everybody who check in, you know. Saying, I put together an interesting show for this Sunday. Yeah. So, until then time there, I got on good road. Just love God and live here.
March,
come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought.